I've been saying this all last week, that silver is the best buy right now when compared to gold. With the price between $30 and $35, it just doesn't seem to want to break through those levels. Unlike gold, even though it's been down recently, it's still doing much better. And today, we're going to be doing actually an unboxing video because I'm still going all in on these prices because of what the GSR is telling me. Again, we got a lot to talk about here, so let's get started. Hi there everyone, and welcome back to yet another video. So before we get started with the unboxing, I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for the support recently. The last video that I posted really pushed the channel forward in a way that I was not expecting. And if you haven't seen that video yet, I'm going to post it in the top right for you guys. But again, it's pushed the channel forward in a way, like I said, I was not expecting. And because of that, we're going to probably hit the 500 subscriber count pretty much any day now. So, which is insane to me still. But again, I'm very grateful for it. And just as a reminder for anyone who's new, we're going to be doing a giveaway / live stream when we hit that number. So if you haven't done so yet, hit that subscribe button so we can get to that 500. So now let me go and adjust my camera and we can start with the unboxing. All right, so as I'm opening this up here, I want to talk about a few things related to this purchase. And recently, I purchased a bunch of American Silver Eagles from my local coin shop last week. But prior to that, I had actually purchased these 16 ounces of silver from JM Bullion. And funny enough, this purchase was the exact same one that was my very first purchase ever back in 2021 when I actually got started stacking silver. So in a way, it's a little bit nostalgic, sort of, with this, but obviously this isn't the exact items, but it's more the exact style of silver and the quantity that I got back then. But let's break this open just a little bit more here so I can show you what I got. And oddly enough, they did send me a tube, which is always nice, but inside this wrapped plastic is the one that I want to show you first. And this is the one that I first purchased ever. And actually, I can just grab this right straight out of the bag here. But yep, here it is. This is the 10-ounce Silvertown Buffalo bar. This was my very first purchase of silver ever. And it's great to have it back into the stack after having to sell it off, unfortunately, a couple years ago. And along with this bar, I was able to purchase more Buffalo rounds to add to the herd. I picked up 6 more ounces of rounds that I'm able to add into the tube. And just like that 10-ounce bar, these were what I originally purchased 4 years ago. And I'm literally doing the exact same purchase again, almost literally 4 years to the date. So it's interesting how it lined up. It was completely unintentional, but it actually just worked out in that way. So, but anyways, so let's talk about the main thing I wanted to go over in this video, and that's premiums. On the last video, you guys were bringing up reasons why you would or wouldn't stack American Silver Eagles, and there were a lot of comments on that one. So I figured we should bring this up here because, well, if I had to guess, I would say probably 60% were in support of buying the Eagles, regardless of their premiums to some degree. And the other 40% were just completely against it. I mean, there was people saying that they didn't even want to buy one, even if it had a 10-cent premium, it seems like. But these rounds, of course, are usually going to be the better option for you if you're trying to stretch your dollar out and buy more silver, because you can technically buy more of these because they're cheaper with less premiums than the American Silver Eagles. Now, I should admit, I've been a bit inconsistent with my purchases when it comes to premiums. Up until the start of this year, I was on that 40% camp where I was trying to stretch the dollar amount and get the most amount of silver possible, which isn't a bad strategy by any means, but for me, I was finding out that the items that were on sale or the ones that were the cheapest just didn't satisfy me in terms of the allure or the desire to want to even get them in the first place. It honestly felt as if I was getting the last helpings of any options that no one really wanted. So I actually changed my strategy around on this and decided to accept a little more premium cost to the purchases that I actually truly desired to stack, such as the American Silver Eagles. So, which one is the right choice? Well, I think it really depends on your goals. If you're trying to stack for weight, then the rounds are going to be your best bet. And the higher in weight, such as like the 10 ounce bar, for example, is going to have a lower premium than these 1 ounce ones. Contrast that to those who may not be as particular to the premiums. While you may not get the most money to get the most amount of silver possible, the liquidity and recognizability could benefit you later on down the road. But again, it really is a to each their own type of situation, and I don't think that there is a right or wrong way of doing these things. As long as you're reaching your goals, that's all that matters. But I would even say that the only wrong way of doing anything, for that matter, is just not even stacking at all. So it's better to be stacking something rather than nothing. So with that being said, I'm still buying whatever I can depending on what is offered to me at this given moment. And I'm trying to also achieve my goal of completing a monster box between the American Silver Eagles and these Buffalo rounds. So those are going to be my primary focus, but I will get other items as well if the opportunity presents itself. And with the current GSR holding at around 100, this is still an incredible time to be building your silver stack. And when that saying gold leads and silver follows comes to fruition, those taking advantage of the current levels will be rewarded for it. And if it doesn't, well, I still have my silver. And honestly, I don't really care what happens. This stuff is money, and it's a hedge against chaos. Now, dare I ask, let me know in the comments again what your premium strategies are. Do you pay extra for quality pieces, or do you maximize the ounces however you can? I want to hear your thoughts on this, and remember to hit that like button, subscribe, and I will probably see you on the live stream or whenever the next video drops. Bye-bye, guys.